Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl E.L.F, aka Tropical Punch, and if you didn't know, well, now you know. As you guys see by the title, very straightforward, boom, to the point. So we're not gonna waste any time with all of this, which is what we've already been doing. But anyway, moving straight on to my favorites. So the first thing I want to talk about that has changed my life recently are my beauty sponges. So I'm going to show you guys and talk to you kind of about my 3 favorite beauty sponges and why they are my favorites. So please hold. The first one is this one. This is from the Crayon Case. I wish they like made it in every color, but then that would really be the Beauty Blender knockoff, but I don't mind my business. But it's this one. It's so soft, and I can show you what it looks like small versus excuse me, that was a little dirty. So as you can see, it grows quite a bit. It's like very hard when it's dry, and then when it's wet, it's so soft. And it's like, I like using this for like my concealer, also because of the pointed tip. So yeah, the Crayon Case beauty sponge, this one right here is only $5. So literally every time they have a sale, I stock up. I think it was at Black Friday. I think I bought like 10. I gave some to my mom-in-law, kept some. I have like a whole jar full. So the next sponges I want to talk about, and I know some of you guys have probably seen them do their advertising like Instagram, Facebook and stuff, but it's the Juno Co, and it's the microfiber sponge. Now, I received a microfiber sponge from another company previously, and I was like, oh my god, thank god I didn't buy the damn Juno sponge, because all of the microfibers after I used it the first time kind of like disappeared and like it did some weird stuff. I think I still have that one actually, but this was the one that I was sent, and this is the original, and you can just see the quality. Like, you can see the microfibers, and it's just a difference in quality. And these are just, they're bomb. So they come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors, which I really like. There's a teardrop I also have, which I just used. This one, which is my favorite for applying foundation. It has like a flat oval edge, and then also like a sharp edge at the top, so you can really get like under your liner, whatever. And then this is like the traditional. It has the I want to say like beveled side. It's a little egg shape, and it stands on its own, and it really does give your face like an airbrush look. So I was like, whoa, my makeup. So that's why it is one of my faves. The only thing I've noticed is I use this one like almost every day, and it does tear a little bit easy. Well, easier than other sponges that I've had, but it doesn't affect it doesn't affect its performance. Like, my foundation still comes out well blended and whatchamacallit. So I'm very interested to buy a ton more of these. They're also, I believe these are like $6. They have like packs of like 5 or 6 different shapes as well. They have different colors. Like, they have like little different branding points, the Juno Co. So this little sponge, I definitely say you got options, basically. The final beauty sponge I want to talk about is the Wet n this is not the Wet n Wild one. This is the E.L.F. The E.L.F. beauty sponge, and this one looks like this. I have another one from E.L.F. and it looks like
2 hours later, 3 hours later.
Okay, well, I have another one, and it was so soft. It was like, oh my god, this is like the softest sponge that I've ever had. And out of all of the sponges that I mentioned, this one is the softest. So sometimes you need certain, like, you need a stiffer beauty blender than you do a soft one. It really depends on what you're using it for. So I really like using this is one of the newer ones, at least for me. This is the newest shape that I saw in stores, and it's basically like the teardrop end with like an oval butt. That's what I'm gonna call it. So it's really good for like blending out foundation, stamping on your foundation and whatnot. And then of course the teardrop side is really good for working under eyes, setting your under eyes with foundation powder. It's just so soft. The other one is like the one that goes like this, and it curves in with a little waist, and it has a little butt. Those three, hands down, need to be purchased yesterday. The next product, I actually just mentioned their company, is from the Juno Co, and this is the Clean Up Your Act Solid Cleaning Bar, and this is for your beauty sponges, because they sell predominantly their sponges, or they're known for their sponges. They sell other stuff, like they sell these cute little lollipop lashes that are like $1, and they have cute little, you know, natural styles and stuff. They sell lashes, brushes, all different stuff. But this, I purchased a bundle of like the 2 sponges with this, and this has changed my life. Would notice that when I would like wring out the sponge or squeeze the sponge, all the water that was coming out was soap. And it's like dish soap, because it's concentrated. It takes so long for water to like rinse out. It keeps going and going and going and going, like the suds. So I got this and I was like, I really just bought the bundle because I wanted those 2 sponges together, and this came. So I was like, either I'm gonna throw it away or I'm gonna like it. And I don't like it, I love it. So, oops, it's still wet. I literally just washed some sponges. So it looks like this inside. So you have a solid bar in there, and basically you wet your sponge, you wring it around in there, and you clean your sponge. It smells good. So as I said, it smells really good. And what the best part about it is, so as I said, it smells really good, but the best part about it is that whatever the ingredients are that are in here, when you wash the beauty blender, it has a little bit of it lathers a little bit, so it gets very sudsy, and then it rinses out clean. So what I mean is, like, you know, when, as I said, when you use the dishwashing liquid or whatever you use, shampoo, whatever, the soap stays in the sponge, and when you're rinsing it, you just get all these suds coming out, all these suds. This, you don't have that issue at all. Like, no, it's not happening. It's not a thing. It restores us to its original state, and then your beauty blender doesn't feel stiff from that dried up soap that's inside. So, bomb. Like, hands down, the greatest. Juno Co, you did that. Alright, so the next product is very near to my dear. Anybody who knows me, has followed me for a really long time, knows that this is a company, one of the companies that I want to work for, not work for, but work with in the future, and like do a campaign with them, something. I want to be on that level with this company, because it's a company that I've, like a brand that I've been using since I was young. And that product is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and it's a full coverage foundation. It says it's a 24-hour matte finish, and what I will say, this is as close to 24-hour coverage and matte finish that you will get. Literally one day I wore that for like 12 hours, and I know that's only half, but me, give me 2 hours and I'm gonna be greasy, oily, fried chicken looking, okay? Especially with some other this is another foundation which will not be named in this video particularly, but this, I had this on with like underneath all my other steps, and with my original, like my regular routine for foundation. That joint was mad. Sis was like 12-hour day, what? Errands to run, what? Clubbing after, done. It was just, it checked all the boxes like across the board, which I was like, whoa. And then once again, the color selection, really good. Whatever my skin tone kind of morphs to be, I can always count on at least one of the honey colors. It's either golden honey, warm honey. It just really depends on the day and what other products I'm using with it. And it's a bop. It's a bop, a banger, a jammer, like top 10, top 1, like. Alright, another product very near and dear to my heart, and if I could in this video I would include like the whole slew of products, but we can't. So the one that I live for, and I guess I'm gonna make this like a double brand mention. So it's the Crayon Case, and for me, I cannot go days without using my chalk dust and my Line Me liquid liner. Now, I haven't been wearing any makeup the last 2 weeks just for some construction stuff that's been happening at my job, but literally my go-to face in the morning, do my whole face, no eyeshadow, liner, lashes, boom, done. And then the chalk dust, like, literally has changed my life. I use a variety of the different letters, so I use between C-R-A and which one is this? I think this is O, not O, N. Damn. I use, it really just depends on what like concealers or foundation I'm using. I usually just use it to set concealer. That's it. So depending on what concealers, how brightening I'm trying to go, it could be anywhere between C, R. Let me make sure I have the right color.
2 hours later, 3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
They just have like different undertones, so depending, as I said, what concealer or foundation I'm using depends on what chalk dust, which shade I want to use. If I'm using like a concealer that's too pinky or maybe just not enough golden in it, I might use the letter N or O to kind of bring some golden or some yellow back into my face, just to bring everything together. If I use a concealer that may be too yellow, too golden, because it can get too golden, I will use like the letter C or the letter A, because it's a little bit more on the pinky side, and while letter C is a little bit more neutral. It really just depends, but I love it. It's literally, my under eyes don't move throughout the day, especially with the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealers. That match made in heaven. And I'm really praying that Crayon Case comes out with a foundation, because I know that joint finna be bomb, because their highlighter concealers are the truth, and that should really be like a foundation formula, because it gives me everything I need in this life. That being said, lash faves for the month of July, Slay Gang. These are so bomb. That's like the name, but they're also like so bomb. They are the most dramatic but flirty, flary type of lash that you can find, and I'm so happy that I like have them like to go to an event. If you do like a neutral eye, pop that lash on, boom, you're done, you're good. I don't know if that style is still available. If it is, it will be linked in the description bar below. If not, definitely check out her site, because she has the cutest, amazing, like 25mm lashes you will find. Great price, super fast shipping, it's bomb. Like, so I've worn these lashes so many times since I've gotten them, and I've gotten so many compliments. I mean, the gay boys wanted to know the deets, the girls wanted to know the deets, everybody wanted to know where the hell these lashes were from. And these are Luxe Eyed Lashes in the style Flary, and these are, they're a little beat up right now, but they look like, let me get a tweezer, and they look like this. What's very different about these lashes are they are more straight than they curve, which I absolutely love, because on the eye it just, well, that doesn't help you much now, does it? Now, because they don't curve upwards, it doesn't, like, because I have small eyes, it doesn't like hide my eyeshadow. They literally stick straight out, so from the side it just looks very dynamic, as well as it gives your eyes a very winged out shape without having eyeliner on or anything like that. The lashes are just, these lashes, like, if I could wear these to work, I probably would, but Lord knows my boss would be like, what are you doing? But hands down, my two favorite pairs of lashes. I look forward to purchasing more lashes from these companies in the future. I'm looking all over the place because my monitor is going crazy. Outside it's a hot ass mess. I'm trying to figure out like what's going on with my setup. We're just a hot mess over here, but no worries. All right, now it's time for palettes. Palettes are, I do not skimp on. Like, I have so many palettes. My girlfriend buys me palettes, I buy myself palettes, I get sent palettes. It's palette mania over here, and I do have a bunch that I would like to mention in this video, though I have not really been using them too much for the month of July, but they are favorites for July just because it's summertime. The color schemes, it's okay. So the first one I want to mention is Zane Beauty Collection, and this is their Modesty 2 palette. It's beautiful. I love, first of all, I love working with all these companies that have been owned by Black women. Like, it's been a blessing to be on PR for like Supa, like the Crayon Case, Zane's Beauty Collection. She sent me this to try, and I fell in love. Like, I love the packaging, how it's the representation of Black women. Like, I love it. This one is their Modesty 2. They have another palette, the Modesty palette, and it's more on the neutral pinky side, and she sent me this one because it was a new release, and hello, the colors just speak to me, right? They speak to you too. I know they do. It's a very bright palette. We have mattes, we have shimmers, we got the whole shebang, and what I love is these are all matte except for these four. They're shimmer. Everything else is matte, which I feel like is so dope to have a palette with such a vibrant green, such a neon pink, such a vibrant like bright blue. These colors that work really well together, that you can create a variety of looks with, like that complement each other, like the bright orange, and then you have the deeper reddish burnt orange. Like, she did her thing with this palette. The next palette I'd like to mention for my July favorites is also Black owned, which all of them will be, and this is by Posh Culture, and this is their Color Me Caribbean palette. Once again, melanin represented on the cover of the palette, which is such a big deal. And this is the color scheme. Like, we have the beautiful artwork, Melanin Queen, all of the Caribbean flags. Like, come on. Especially like this is so, I was so blessed to have received this for promotion, but it just meant extra to me because it was a company celebrating the diversity of the Caribbean, and being that I am from the Caribbean, my family's from the Caribbean, it's even more. So this is the color scheme. Once again, another fun, perfect palette for summer. Lots of mattes, a couple of shimmers here and there. We have, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 mattes, and 1 2 3 4 5 shimmers. And once again, the color schemes are colors you can put together. You can create, you know, a variety of looks for the summertime. And also the names are really fun. Rum Punch, Walking Trophy, Island Gem, Coconut Milk, Paradise, like royalty. Like, she did think this true. Oh, anybody could come up with a concept like, ooh, candy, you know, ooh, like flowers, ooh, this. But like, when you make it meaningful, you done did it. One last palette of July has been my, if you didn't see this coming, well, sorry, the matte book. This is such a geniusly thought out palette, but Supa is on the next level with her packaging, her branding, her company, like doing the damn thing. Auntie, shout outs to you. Just want you to know I love you, okay? But the matte book, and this is a special palette, perfect for the summertime just because it has all the colors that you need, okay? Summertime, tropical, you know, vacation ready. All those colors are in here, but it also gives you a nice array of neutral colors that you can still put together. Like, there's just a nice balance of colors that you can put together. So like the browns, you can still match it with some of the deep purples, the cranberry, the deep blue, to still get that little pop of color, but still be, you know, tame, ready for work, yada yada yada. that is it for my very first favorites. August is coming soon. It's right around the corner. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know what your July favorites are. How are you combating the heat wearing makeup? Like, what is your go-to item to keep you looking fleeky deaky flawless this summer? Because it's hot as hell, it's humid, and ain't nobody got time. So let me know so I can check it out and be prepared, okay, and get fleeky like you. Please go ahead and like this video, comment, subscribe, hit the little notification bell if you want to. It just like tells you, hey, your girl put up a video. You know, this if you want to. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.
Bye.